Welcome to the Zone. I'm your host, Brian, and I'm so excited to say that the NFL draft season is officially upon us as the combine will be starting this Thursday, February 26th, and will last through Sunday, March 1st. So I wanted to make this little preparation video just to explain what the combine is and why it's so important to the teams and future players of the league. So please sit back, relax, and get ready to enter the zone.
Once you get in a zone, it's kind of like you're in a zone, and there's nothing that can really phase you.
Just being in that zone.
You know he's in the zone. He's making checks.
I just felt like I was in the zone.
Man, I was in the zone that night.
I was in the zone.
You definitely be in the zone.
Just in the zone.
I do feel like I'm in the zone right now, but I feel like we are in the zone.
The draft combine is essentially just a giant tryout where teams bring executives, scouts, owners, general managers, and coaches to Indianapolis, Indiana, where the Colts play in Lucas Oil Stadium. They bring them to Indiana to then further assess these college prospects that are brought into the combine. Now, for the prospects, they're showcasing why they should be drafted and essentially building their draft stock before April. Now, the cool thing is that every single one of the prospects that are brought into the combine must be invited. They cannot just show up outside and go, I'm a college prospect, I'd love to try out. You can't do it. You must be invited by the NFL. So roughly 300 prospects are invited, and then they are organized into their specific position groups. Now, there are 10 total groups. There are defensive linemen, there are linebackers, there are defensive backs, kickers, punters, offensive linemen, quarterbacks, running backs, tight ends, and wide receivers. And once they are split into their 10 groups, the groups are then split across or spread across the 4 days from Thursday to Sunday. The first day, for example, is defensive linemen and linebackers. Now, for each of these 10 groups, every single prospect that is in these groups have the opportunity to participate in 6 common drills. Those 6 common drills are the 40-yard dash, probably the most famous out of all of them said if you've ever really kind of heard about the draft process. So the 40-yard dash, the 3-cone drill, the shuttle drill, the bench press, the vertical jump, and the broad jump. Each one of these drills showcase some specific trait or multiple specific traits that scouts like to see in their players that can help determine how good they'll be or what their athletic ceiling is in the next level of play, of football. And so for the 40, it's all about speed. It's about how fast are you across an elongated section of grass, specifically 40 yards, about 40% of a football field. So they're looking at speed, how long you can hold that speed, and specifically in the first 10 yards of that 40, they're looking for quickness or burst or how fast you can get off the line or how quickly you can reach your top speed. That is what they look for in this 40-yard dash. For the 3-cone drill and for the 20-yard shuttle, it's all about agility, change of direction, and how quickly you can pivot to another change, to another direction. So think of it as if you've ever watched football. Think of it like a running back that jukes to the left, like a linebacker that is shuffling and kind of reading the QB's eyes. What you're looking for is the ability for the player to react quick enough to change their direction and then react to a play on the field. So that is what those 2 drills target specifically. Now, the other 3 look more at the power side. So for bench press, it's pretty obvious. It's all about upper body strength and power. Your arms, your chest, your back, your shoulders. That's what you're looking for in power. And so for the bench press, every single player is given 225-pound dumbbell. That's what you're lifting. And it's just based on how many reps you can get of that 225-pound bar. Now, for the vertical jump and broad jump, that's looking more at lower body power. So the bench press is upper body. Those other 2, the vertical jump and the broad jump, are all lower body power. It's how explosive are you. For vertical jump, you're going straight up. You're trying to jump as high as you can in the air. Typically, a player will go anywhere between 35 and about 44 inches vertical. That's probably like the max that I think I've seen. But those are what you're looking for. You're looking at how How much explosion do you have in the legs, which can determine how high you jump, can determine how quick you are, can determine how well you get off the line to get leverage on another player. That's really what you're looking for in the vertical jump. The broad jump is very similar, except you're just jumping forward. So that one focuses a little bit more on explosion power, exploding under a blocker. That's what you're looking for. So those two really highlight the power that you have from the waist down. Now, besides those 6 common drills that every prospect has the ability to participate in, you also have your position-specific drills. So you have those 6, and then you have about 3 to 5 position-specific drills. For example, you might have a wide receiver and a quarterback. This will be on the Saturday. So the wide receivers and the quarterbacks will participate in a drill where the wide receiver will run a route, whether that is a go route, which is a straight shot down the field, or any other route, whether it's a dig or a post or anything else. They will run the route. The quarterback will then throw that ball, obviously, to the wide receiver so that they can catch it, or hopefully catch it. So for the wide receiver, you're looking at how crisp are the routes, how fast can they run the route, how well do they run it, and can they catch the ball? That is what you're looking for. For the quarterback, it's about timing, it's about accuracy of the ball, power of the ball, arm strength, how quickly can you get it there, how well do you read, what is your process when you're dropping back. You're really looking at all the little fundamentals. That's why these teams bring so many different people to assess these prospects, because every single drill has so many different moving parts. For the quarterback, like I just said, you have like 6, 7, 8 different parts that you're trying to watch. Footwork, timing, power, accuracy. There's so much that goes into it that if you're just watching from afar and you don't really understand it, it gets a little confusing. But if you understand a little bit more of the nuance, which hopefully I can explain pretty well, then you can kind of understand why this day is so big for us nerds that love football. So it is a lot of fun, but it also can be a little bit boring and repetitive, especially over hours and hours of the drills. I mean, when you're talking about these days, Thursday and Friday are typically about 3 to 4 hours long because you only have 2 position groups. Saturday is 3 different position groups, and it takes about 6 hours. So it is a long process. But if there is any day that I recommend that you guys watch, it would definitely be the Saturday tryout. And that is because of the quarterbacks, running backs, and wide receivers. They are the fastest group typically, they are the most explosive, and they're the most entertaining when their drills come up. Because these drills are of quarterbacks passing the ball. They throw the ball to the wide receivers, and you're looking for wide receivers to make the plays. Some make very acrobatic catches. Some just are very fast, so it's a little bit more entertaining than watching a D lineman run circles around a hoop. I find it entertaining with that D lineman, but sometimes it does get a little confusing. So for me, if you were to watch just one of the days or at least tune in, I would definitely say Saturday, simply for the fact that the drills will be more entertaining and the players will be more explosive. You'll see a lot quicker times. But as for that, I hope you guys did learn a little bit of something about this combine. This combine is a lot of fun. For the nerds like me, I can't get enough of it. I don't know if I can sit and watch all 8 hours, but I do try to watch as much as I can, or at least wait for the people that I know that are coming out. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned a little bit of something. And if you do have a chance, please let me know what I can do better. Please let me know if you enjoyed the combine, and I'll see you guys next time on In the Zone.